This is a video about learning and awakening. Good evening. This is a talk or video about learning and awakening. What does learning have to do with awakening? Do you have to learn anything to wake up or to become enlightened? Apart from the fact that you as a personality cannot wake up or become enlightened, but that it happens to whom is the question here. The idea is often sold that you have to learn something or unlearn something or gather something or understand something to wake up. For example, meditation, certain skills, how to think or not to think, or feel or not to feel, how to quiet your mind, how certain things operate, certain laws or vibrations or frequencies. And there is a simple answer to all these questions. You need to learn exactly 3 things. And if you want to learn them, you have to pay me 10,000 euros first. That's a joke, of course. There's nothing you need to learn. The first thing you need to learn is nothing, the second is nothing, and the third thing is nothing. There's nothing you can do or learn that will wake you up. I know dozens, hundreds of people who devoted their whole life to the seeking of enlightenment for decades, and nothing has happened. They know more about it in theory than anybody else. Don't get me wrong, it's a lot of fun to learn things, new languages, new skills, new healing methods, how to earn more money, whatever. It's great fun. Arts and crafts, how to use the computer, Facebook or whatever. Do it if you want to. If you like it, if you feel drawn to it, do it. But don't assume or expect that will make you wake up. Those misconceptions were very popular in the last century. Carlos Castaneda and Timothy Leary and so on. They thought that if you have enough information about how the world really works, then you will understand and then you will be enlightened. That's a great story. You can learn a lot how the mind works. But how the mind works has nothing to do with awakening or enlightenment. Why? Because all the information you can gather is ultimately false. It's ultimately an illusion, not true. And this is the only information you need. Forget about information psychology. The only information you need is that everything is untrue. And this is not something the mind can understand, can ever understand. It's an experience. One day it suddenly dawns on you. Oh, it's like that. The truth is a pretty brutal truth. There's nothing great or blissful, joyful, magical, unicorn-like about it. There's no light coming down from heaven and a halo is growing on top of your head and suddenly everything is just beautiful. And God smiles at you and pats you on the back or on the shoulder and says, "Well done. Good girl. Well, good on you, my lad." No, awakening is that the whole fucking thing is falling apart. Excuse my French. It's not really difficult, but no one takes it seriously, and everyone is waiting for something amazing to happen, while the truth is staring in your face all the time. But what most people want is some sort of ascension, yeah? That suddenly you transform from a human being into some sort of angel. That's also how most people talk about others of whom they think they are awakened or enlightened. Oh, I feel so comfortable in their presence and I feel so uplifted. There's something special about them. They emit so much positive energy and consciousness. Sure, go on believing that and see how much it helps you, how much it has helped you in the past. Sit in front of a fraud for decades and bask in their presence. And listen how they talk about different levels of consciousness and secret knowledge. There is no secret knowledge. There is no knowledge. And there is no higher consciousness. There's only consciousness. There are no different levels of it. Either you're asleep or you're awake. There's nothing in between. There are no levels or steps. If you want flower power, mumbo jumbo, there's a lot out there for you. It's beautiful, and you will always feel this great hunger and longing to finally ascend and become some sort of demigod, and all problems will go away, and you will be safe, and everyone will adore you and then sit and bask in your presence. This is an advertisement. It's like a car advertisement. If you buy a Mercedes-Benz or Porsche, then everything will be great. And everyone will look at you in awe, and hordes of beautiful girls or beautiful boys will run after you, screaming, begging for a moment of your time. Those are ego stories. Those are the stories our personality tells ourselves, because the personality is imagining awakening as some sort of superhuman. They are like Nietzsche's Übermensch. It's a better human being, above the weakness of the normal human being. There is no better human being because there are no human beings. Awakening means to realize that there's nothing. Which also means that there are no problems. That is true. But there are no fluffy unicorns and no halos either. So, if you want to learn something, go ahead, learn it. It's great. It is suspenseful and enjoyable and fulfilling. But to wake up, you don't need to know or learn anything. So relax, all is well. Thank you for watching and listening. Thank you for subscribing. Hit the bell button and see you next week with another video.